All right, here's a walk around. It's an 86 Pontiac Fiero. It's not in ideal condition. It's not a scratch. Little piece of lint. Around the gas cap, it was repainted and they did an okay job. But you can see some of the red underneath. Some touch-up paint here. Roof of the car. I don't know if this is clear coat that we're seeing through here or just some discoloration, imperfection in the paint, but we have some of that going on up here. Kind of the same up here by the glass, and you can see the red factory color underneath here. Just barely. You can kind of see some of the red under here again. This is the corner of the sunroof. So the sunroof seal doesn't sit perfectly flat. So it sits up just a bit, and that's imperfect. It should be sitting flush. This seal doesn't leak. That's not true. At least a couple, if it gets really, really rained on, under both these buttons you might catch, or these buttons you might catch a little bit of rain. But nothing like pouring in or anything, just a couple drops. And then, I'm trying to think up in here. So this was all repainted down in here, the silver. And it got a sag somewhere in here. I'm trying to find it. There it is. I don't even know if you're gonna see it on video. There you go, you can kind of see it. So this is a sag in the clear coat. It's kind of imperfect. And then if you open it up, it really is imperfect in here. So I've got some chipping there. We'll come back to the interior in a bit. Pontiac logo is MIA. Starting to get some rain, so I'm gonna have to hurry up here. Pretty good across the front. You've got a drip or a run of blue here. Kind of some little imperfections in the paint on the headlights there. This was a deep scratch. It's been touched up. So from back here, you can still see it. It's just not perfect. Got that there. Headlight bucket here. This one's got some little cracks and dinks and nicks and stuff. Kind of all along the front, you have a little bit of cracking in the paint, in the clear here. Kind of all the way across the silver, you got a little bit of that cracking going on. So it buffs out pretty good, but it's not perfect. Got some chips and stuff from rocks. You have some again here. It's all plastic body paint on it's being a Fiero. So you got some stress crack there. It's not in the plastic, just in the paint. Wheels are all in really good shape. They're all new, so I'm not even gonna bother showing those to you. I don't think I mentioned that. Both the dew, I don't know, squeegee or whatever you call them. The dew guards here, they're cracked. They need to be replaced. You can buy at the Fiero store, but I've done that. So this side's got painted as well, but the primer didn't lay down very good. So you've got some of these imperfections in the paint. Again, kind of looks good from a distance, but you got some paint issues going on the silver on this side. So you can kind of see that. Same deal on the inside here. Oh, actually not as bad over here. You've got some chips and stuff, some flaking on the inside, a little bit of overspray on the emblem. Okay. This sail window or quarter panel, not the quarter panel, the quarter window it's been painted black, so it's actually doesn't quite match the other sail window or the quarter window, and because it's been painted because it was in really bad shape. So it's got the cracking here. These you can replace. That really just needs to be replaced, the whole thing. But emblem's gone over here. Got a little bit of orange peel going on right there. Over here on the sunroof, you got some cracking kind of around the seal for the sunroof. You can see some of the red again there. So just a decent paint job, not a high quality paint job or anything. The deck really looks good. It's really sharp. The spoiler, you got this white mark here. It's never come off all the times I've waxed or whatever. Okay, we've got this little bit of scratching on the inside of the window there. Back glass is in really good shape. A little bit of scratching there from actually when the motor's been out. I got scratched there. Didn't mention on this window when it was over here earlier. Let's see if we can actually see it. Yep, you do. Kind of hard to see. Here's some scratching here on the inside. It's more visible in real life, but see if I can see that. There you go. You can see the scratching on the window. I don't know what that's from. Looks like an animal at one point. All right. Here's under the deck lid. Okay, so this is probably one of the worst features, is the fact that it's stained. This carpet's in bad shape back here. Okay. Engine compartment. It's in pretty good shape. Pretty clean. I don't have the factory airbox set up. Wish they wouldn't have deleted the original. You can see red on the inside here. They didn't bother to paint this. So all this is factory colors. All right, we'll go to the interior. All right, interior's in really great shape. Plastic's in good shape. The steering wheel's probably one of the worst parts. That and the lack of headliner. Okay, so we've got some cracking in the leather here on the steering wheel. The dash is really in pretty good shape. Got kind of an imperfection here in the speaker cover. And inside, all these tend to bow out on Fieros, so they're kind of bowed. We've got little minor cracks there in the corner that I've actually glued those up. Those have all been glued, but the corners always want to crack out. There's a crack here across the top of this guard, the clusters. All that's in nice shape. Door panels. Seat covers. Center console, got some wear on the ashtray covers. Here's the glove box, it's functioning. Pull this out, you got original documentation and stuff, 1986. I'll put that back in a minute. Hard to do that one-handed. We've got some pillar gauges. So your oil and your water are up here. So that means that your water here and your oil pressure here are set to 0. They just don't engage anymore because you have pillar gauges instead. So everything else as far as the dash works. You don't have any lights here. Well, that's not true. You do have a shift indicator. This one comes on for shift indication. One of these comes, I don't remember which one it is. One of these comes on for brights. You have a door ajar light. One of these was, I think this one's the check engine bulb, which I just pulled. I never actually got it read. I've got a bunch going on in the motor, so I didn't even bother to read it. So that's your check engine bulb there. I believe it's OBD1. So if the OBD1 port is in here, it's buried. You have to take apart the center console to get to it. Just these two. Other door panel. Both power windows roll down. Power locks don't work. He's probably spotted the wheel chock there. I've got a wheel chock because my e-brake doesn't work. Had it hooked up once, just never bothered to fool with it. Always just leave it in gear. Oh yeah, it's 4-speed. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then reverse. You push through the wall like that, and then there's the reverse. Stereo, I can get that going. See if I can get some radio going real quick. Let's mute. See if we can test the speakers. You got a speaker there in the corner, a speaker there, and then one by each of the passengers, driver and passenger. So all the lights on the interior work. These guys all light up. You have these that drop down your shades. Bad thing about the interior is you don't have a headliner. So all this exposed wire and stuff. Just don't have a headliner. When I first bought the car, this leaked the gasket, and so I'm guessing it ruined the headliner, but you don't have one anymore. All right. That should cover it. I think that is everything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, when you listen to the motor, I hear what sounds, I don't know, like something coming from the valve train, but it's very thin metal sounding, so I don't really know what it is, honestly. I've just driven it. So as far as issues go, I'm trying to get that junk off there. As far as issues go, it consumes a little oil, and you can kind of tell from the pipes. So I put in a PCV system. Hopefully that's going to clear that up, but it does consume some oil. Trying to think what else. Somewhere on this side, I see when I come in under here, I've got a couple drops about right there-ish. Occasionally I'll have a drop or two of coolant, just haven't figured out exactly where it's leaking from yet, so I haven't been able to fix that. I guess I'll show you under the front trunk, the frunk. So that's here, there's a lever. Oh yeah, I'll show you headlights working too. So your headlights, washer fluid. I've got the original factory. This is the air deflector. If you want to take the sunroof off and store it up here, you can store it up here. Radiator is new. All that good stuff. All right, put this down. This is vinyl. We didn't really look at this. This is vinyl here. You actually have some like that. I think that's a chip. Like that's gone. It should look like that. And I think it's chipped out. There's, you know, it looks pretty decent for a vinyl. You know, there's some chipping there too. So it's okay for vinyl. I kind of like the look, but I also wish it wasn't vinyl, you know? All right, and then let's show you the headlights real quick. So that's over here. And I'll just show that they pop up, since that's not typical for your Fieros. And they do go down too. All right, so issues, no e-brake. Hear some noise from the top of the engine. Haven't pinpointed what. Occasionally drip a little coolant. Consume a little oil. Other than that, it's a really, really clean Fiero. I feel like one of the cleanest you're gonna see. So it looks really good.